Hello family, Coach Kenneth here, and it is pouring outside here in Florida, this part of Florida. But you know what? It's still a beautiful day. It's great to be alive. Good to have the ability to breathe in God's fresh air and just have access and use to all my bodily parts and functions. So right now, it's my pleasure to share something with you that's going to be very, very beneficial. Diabetes. Now, it's been medically proven by science, that the number one cause of diabetes is meat. Meat meaning fish, chicken, turkey, beef, any type of animal protein. And the number one prevention, also backed by medical science, is fruit. Fruit prevents diabetes. Fruit can actually even get you off of all of your diabetes medication. That's very powerful. Now, many people, as I said in the earlier video, who have diabetes, they look to eat as less food as possible and eat a lot of different other carbohydrates. And those foods that they're eating are the primary culprits to causing diabetes or causing them to become pre-diabetic in the first place. Now, having a plant-based diet, not saying you have to go 100% vegan, but when you start to add more fruits and vegetables also, right? Vegetables are the key to preventing diabetes, right? Fruit helps prevent diabetes and also can help reverse diabetes. But when you start adding more fruits, vegetables to your diet, see, the thing about fruit is that fruit has fiber, and the fiber in the fruit slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. That's why eating fruit is so powerful, right? So if you're diabetic, you want to have at least 5 servings of fruit a day, and you want to substitute the carbs that you get from other foods with fruit and make that a daily regimen. Now, I took a few notes here. I was watching one of my friends, my Facebook friends. I don't know if he's on TikTok. One of my Facebook friends, he went live today. He's a natural bodybuilder. He owns a business called Green Machine, and he's in his, I think, late 50s or early 60s, and the man is shredded, right? He's been vegan for like 35 or 40 years of his life. And he went live and he was sharing some information about something, a myth, right? This is a myth that people tend to believe. People believe that sugar causes diabetes. But what he mentioned was that there were some studies done, and they used white sugar, right? White sugar, which is basically the worst type of sugar you can have. They used white sugar on subjects, and they followed these people for a number of years. And what they saw was that white sugar had absolutely no effect on the person's insulin, on producing or creating diabetes in a person. What they found was it was saturated fats, animal proteins, meats that elevated or caused the person to become pre-diabetic and diabetic. So it's meats, it's not sugars. Sugar, now if you have diabetes and you overly indulge on sugar, then sugar can cause, it can worsen the effects of diabetes. But sugar is not the cause of diabetes. It's not the direct cause of diabetes. That was something I was taught as a child, which was wrong. But it was the belief that if you eat too much sugar, eat too many sweets, you're going to become diabetic. And that's not the case at all. Right? So, let me just read some notes I have here. Yeah, he was stating about a couple of different studies that was done. And he said what happens is what scientists discovered was there's a lot of fat. When there's a lot of fat in the cells, right? That makes you insulin dependent. That's what causes diabetes, when there's a lot of fat in the cells. So what gets the fat out of the cells is one, exercise, right? Going to a plant-based diet, eating more fruit, not living a sedentary lifestyle. Because the number one causes outside of meats, right, is obesity and a sedentary lifestyle. So you have to move your body. Your body was meant to move. Your body was meant to exercise. You want to get at least If you can, 30 minutes of exercise every single day. If 30 minutes is too much, keep it simple. Drop it down to 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes, 3 minutes, right? It's not really the quantity of time that you put in. It's the quality of time, right? Whatever time you dedicate or commit to exercising, you want to commit to it. You want to do it to the point where you're breathing hard, you're sweating, perspiring a little bit, your heart rate's elevated, your pulse is racing, right? Because that's what causes changes inside the body. That's how you know, one, you're burning calories, you're strengthening your cardiovascular system, right? You're burning fat, and you're improving your overall health, even though you're using a minimal amount of time. That time you're doing, the time you're putting in, is intense and it's high quality, right? So diet is the #1 cause of death in the world. Diet, right? It trumps everything else. We hear about heart disease, hear about cancer, hear about all these other illnesses and stuff, but the underlying cause to many of those illnesses, about 98+% of the time, it always comes down to diet, a poor diet, right? The foods you're eating, the foods you're consuming, the foods you're digesting, the water or not the water or the juices you're absorbing into the system has a negative impact on your body. And it's causing people to become ill, become sick. Ill is sick, but become ill and also become full of all types of diseases. So you want to start taking control of the foods you're eating, the water you're drinking, getting some daily sunlight, getting some exercise, right? I mentioned before about grounding. If you don't know what grounding is, do a search. Grounding, it's also called earthing, one of the best medical breakthroughs of the last century, right? And when you put all these things together, then your health starts to thrive. Your health starts to improve. So there's little things you can do every single day, right? And one of the simplest things you can do right now, especially if you're diabetic, is to eat more fruit. Add more fruit to your diet, right? Take out all those other complex carbohydrates out of your diet. Add more fruit on a daily basis, and you will see improvements in your health. You will also drop body fat, reduce body fat, and also drop weight. So if you want to get better, want to get healthier, just eat more fruit, and all you do is win. Thanks for watching. The President God of me, bless the President God of you. Let's keep winning. I'll talk to you soon.